Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? CoinOpTV subscribers, Robert Welcome here with another CoinOpTV live and interactive on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoinOpTV. Welcome to a brand new week. We got some news to talk about regarding LEGO Dimensions, and I'm joined with Disney Dan, who we haven't seen for a while just because we've been busy with some other games. But Disney Dan, good to see you, sir.
Hello again, folks. Welcome back to my office. Welcome back to all you fine viewers of CoinOpTV Live. You're always such a great audience, Rob. I love all the people who watch your channel.
Oh, thank you so much. And we enjoy when Dan's on the show. My energy level just kind of elevates a bit there. So I'm excited. Always excited to see the Muppets in the background, Dan smile, and talk about some fun stuff on the show. So we are live. We are interactive. If you guys watch this live and you're in chat, please behave. We'll give you a shout out if you have questions, issues. We'll check it out in chat. If you guys are watching this on the archive, of course, leave comments, questions also. So what we're going to talk about today is LEGO Dimensions Wave 7 coming November 18th, 2016. We got a few story packs, adventure action, some fun packs, and Dan's gonna help me out with this. We'll do sort of one at a time. We'll break down what you get, what we think is the fun factor and the value, I guess, of this. And as a reminder, a lot of these things, we got Black Friday just around the corner right after the release. So if you're saying to yourself, hey, expensive stuff here, just keep an eye out maybe the week after for some Black Friday sales. And of course, Dan's website and his YouTube, stuff like that, will help guide you through some of this Black Friday sales. Is that a thing? Are you just up the entire 24 hours for Black Friday just with all the great deals and stuff?
Well, usually they announce them well enough in advance that I can keep a close eye on all the deals and just have like a nice little post where I constantly share over and over again. And so everybody, people have pretty much now like kind of like synonymous bricks to life LEGO deals. I don't have to, they know to come to me when they're like, I wonder what deals there are. So, I'll be keeping a close eye out on all that Black Friday deals. Got to get odds are, and I hate to be this guy, there's probably not going to be very many great Black Friday deals, but I'll be keeping an eye out and sharing whatever we find.
Yeah, we'll keep tabs on that as well. So, all right, let's break it down. So we're going to get a nice big new giant story pack with fantastic beasts and where to find them. Of course, we've got the new movie coming out to correspond or coincide with this release. The story pack comes with Newt Scamander, if I'm pronouncing that right. Of course,
Newt Scamander, you got it.
Newt Scamander. So Dan, let's walk us through what do you get with this story pack?
I believe you get the Newt minifigure, which looks pretty cool. Love another wizard minifigure for the game, and he's got a cool little wand, and it's a pretty nice build. I like it. I dig it. And then we get this really cool. Get the Niffler, which is one of the magical beasts that he has released into the world. We don't know much about the movie so far, but we do know that the Niffler is one of them. And there's a couple really great alternate builds for the Niffler. Some other cool creatures, and it's not so much of it's kind of different in that it's not a vehicle or a gadget. It's kind of like a rideable mount, but it interacts with the. I'm interested to see how they make these beasts interact with the world around you and what new abilities you get from these new gadgets or vehicles. And then you get this amazing new build for your portal with just the Mac USA, the Magical Congress, the Magical American Congress, which is just beautiful. I love it. I think it looks really, really cool. Other than the those big Lego toilet seats that are like the two round things, those are Lego toilet seats. I don't know if Rob could like put it back on the screen and like zoom in, but those two on the top of each spire, there's like round Lego pieces, and they are the Lego toilet seats, which always makes me laugh.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I see. We could see those in the. I can't zoom in, but we see those in the graphics there. So
yeah.
So what happens?
On both sides of the little yellow piece there.
So what happens now? So last time around, you built the Ghostbusters story pack set there. Now you got like a new thing. Are you taking these and putting them like on the shelf and sort of replacing? Now will Fantastic Beasts replace things?
I will. I've been building them. I've been replacing them. I've got a little shelf above my TV that I keep like I put the first build on the original round build, so I'll build it, rebuild it. I think they're a ton of fun. I really love it. I love that the attention to detail in them. I think they're really cool little builds. So yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite things. I typically don't, because I'm so focused on getting guides out and stuff. I don't build it until I'm all done with all like the guides for it, because I just don't have the time, or while I'm waiting for updates. That's the other thing, because thankfully they include like booklets. So if I'm waiting for an update, I'll build it, but otherwise I jump right into the gameplay. But I do eventually build it, yeah, for sure.
Now, is this something, are you going to try and see the movie? I'm assuming this is an adaptation of the movie. You're going to try and see the movie first, play the game first, read the book first?
Sure.
How are you going to treat it?
I'll be seeing the movie on Thursday night, because they do that Thursday release thing now with all the major releases. So I'll see it Thursday night. Then right at midnight, I'll scroll into my local Walmart and grab all the packs and start rocking and rolling and making guides and stuff. I'll probably take the 18th of November off, because I'll have stayed up all night making guides for everybody. But I'm excited. I love doing it, though. I really do love doing it. So I'm excited. I'm super excited to jump back into the Lego the Harry Potter world in the new movie with the new game. So it's going to be all new. I'm excited for the adventure world and all the levels and stuff like that. And so I think the story pack's going to be a ton of fun.
Now, if you are sort of thinking to yourself, well, hey, I want to engage in Fantastic Beasts world, but that story pack might be a little too much. They're of course going to release a fun pack with Tina Goldston, who is a character from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. What do you know about Tina? Is she a friend of Newt, a love interest, a scholar?
Yeah, I think she might be she maybe is a love interest. I'm not 100% sure, but she's definitely an ally of Newt, and she's got the swooping death, which is a really cool. We've seen it in passing in a few of the trailers, but so I'm excited to see how these beasts fit into. I don't think either of them are the big bad guy, like the big bad beasts that they're really hunting for. But yeah, Tina is a friend, and I'm sure she's not going to really add much to the gameplay. I'm sure that all of the spells that she has will be playable by any other wizards and possibly Newt. So I'm not sure you're going to need both of them, but for the completists out there, of course, I'm sure there's going to be 1 or 2 gold bricks that you need a certain build of swooping death to get and whatnot. But she's a cool build. The swooping death is a pretty cool build, and otherwise her minifigure is pretty plain. It's plain Jane boring. I'm not super excited about that, but I'll still be getting it, of course, because I get all of them.
So does she do... I'm looking, she has a magic wand, so she'll have magic also, so we'll have another magic user. And, of course, this will unlock the Fantastic Beasts. So if you don't get the Fantastic Beasts story pack, you can still sort of jump into the adventure worlds with this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure if there's get a good enough glitch going there, I'm sure you'll be able to jump into the story pack just like everybody was able to do when the update first dropped for Ghostbusters with like Slimer and stuff. So who knows, maybe, but yeah, you'll be able to get into the adventure world at the very least, which I'm sure will be full of all kinds of fun adventures. But it'll probably be very heavily based off of puzzles, heavily based off of the pack, like Newt's abilities and spells and Niffler's abilities and spells. But we'll see what they do.
Disney Dan taking advantage of the glitches, in-game glitches, to save money. I appreciate the looking out there. Well, I'll have to try that when it comes out. We'll get on that. We see a few people jumping in chat. Barney, Lewis, Alejandro, shout outs to you. All right, let's move on. Now, this is a set that I pre-ordered. I'm most excited for just because it has some history, some retro 11. Of course, the Sonic the Hedgehog level pack is probably the one that I'm gonna dive into first. Nothing against Fantastic Beasts, Where to Find Them. Just, haven't read a book, haven't seen the movie yet. My hype level is on hold, much like, Doctor Strange. It was like, who knows what's going to happen? But, after you see it, things may blow up and get really excited. So I'm excited for the Sonic the Hedgehog level pack. So Dan, talk us through Sonic here. Looks like he's got a couple vehicles with him.
Yeah. He's Sonic is this level pack is going to be awesome because you're going to get the it's going to be kind of like a side scroll but 3D at the same time. It's going to have a lot of elements to it that are very, very much classic Sonic and all those different Emerald Hills and all those different Sonic levels, which I'm excited about. And then you've got Sonic's car. And then the plane, the plane is the what is the plane called, Rob? I'm drawing a blank on what the what these two vehicles are called.
I'll have to zoom into the image here. The plane is the Tornado. Does that sound right?
Yes, the Tornado. Yep, Sonic's Tornado. Yep, yeah. And then the car is. I mean, why does Sonic need like a sports car? I don't know. I don't really get that necessarily because he's fast enough. He doesn't need to have like a car to drive him around. But you've got the Tornado, and then that. I mean, the build, though, on that car is pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. But I'm super, super, super stoked for the Sonic Adventure World and the Sonic level pack because it's going to just be – I'm sure there's going to be a couple of really great, like, secret areas in that level pack. I'm sure there's going to be some really fun missions in that world. And you're going to get Lego versions of all of your favorite Sonic characters in that Adventure World, which I know that the community at large is super stoked about. So the Sonic Speedster is the name of the car, and the Tornado is the name of the plane. So I'm pretty excited. I think that it's going to be great. I'm sure you're a Sonic fan, though, right? I mean, that's old school.
Yeah. I mean, played some of the old Sonic. I haven't really delved too much in the more recent Sonic games, but I have a feeling, much like last Wave 6 with the Adventure Time, that was the first one. I was like, ooh, I want like some cartoony and fun kind of gameplay. Don't want it too serious. So it looks like that's what I'm gonna get with Sonic here. Some fun cartoony things, and Sonic. I mean, maybe the car is just for if his shoes, when running around, if his shoes gets a little worn out, maybe he just wants to take a load off and jump in the car, drive around. Maybe that's the deal, right?
Yeah, I suppose. I think it's a little silly that you're given. It's like giving the Flash a motorcycle or something. You don't. These characters, or giving Superman an airplane. They don't need these things. They can make do on their own.
Yeah, maybe Superman's got to log up some frequent flyer miles and then hand them off to Batman or something. So hey, we got more people jumping in chat. Kyle, Summit, BK, Josh, Super Bones, Ron, Ashton. Dan must have just tweeted or something because a bunch of people just popped in, or else maybe your feed just refreshed and popped this into your feed. So either way,
I'm tweeting. I'm busy tweeting away,
spreading the word. All right, well there you go. We got your Disney Dan peeps jumping in there. So thanks for sharing that. All right, let's move on. I actually have some video. Well, let me show the graphic here. So we've got more 80s properties. Gremlins Team Pack, which includes Gizmo and Stripe. So what do we know about the in addition to the characters here, what do we know about the Gremlins Team Pack?
Well, you've got the man. I love this movie. I love Gremlins 1, Gremlins 2. Such fantastic films. Iconic films in terms of puppetry, which I'm a big fan, as you can see behind me, all those puppet memorabilia. But overall, just really, really fun, hilarious films. The slightly adult content in these packs, but no more than like Mission Impossible or something like that. So I'm excited to see it in Lego. I'm excited to see these two really unique minifigure builds. We've got these two really cool, just like the headpieces for both Gizmo and Stripe are these really cool things. And they've got like the tiny like leg pieces, which is kind of adorable. So they're going to be these fun-sized minifigures. And then you got the RC Racer, which is iconic from the movie, of course. And then also Stripe and his flash and finish. And these have some really cool alternate builds. That have a bunch of other abilities, but between this team pack, it's going to be a pretty fun. And the Adventure World is probably going to be amazing too. Although I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure it's going to be like a downtown area, kind of like playing on like the city that Gremlins takes place in, with the movie theater and the stores and the house and all that kind of stuff. But we'll see where it goes with the Adventure World.
I got some of the gameplay from the Gizmo Marceline trailer here. It looks like the trailer, they did a really great job of giving him some crazy facial expressions. Poor Gizmo just is always in peril, and we get a look at Stripe now instead of jumping around. So which one of these do you think you'll play with first? Will you be the hero or villain?
Oh, I'll probably play around as Gizmo because he's just too darn cute. I mean, how can you not just love Gizmo and that adorable little face in the game? He's super, super fun. And of course, as everybody, I don't know if anyone, it's been teased, but if you feed Gizmo the Scooby snack, he will turn into an angry. It's in the video. There it is. Sorry, I'm watching the video on a little bit of a delay there. So he'll turn into crazy Gizmo. So very, very fun little Easter egg they added there, and it's just this gameplay this release is going to be just awesome. I mean, Sonic is iconic. You've got Gremlins as like just one of the best movies, you know, from our collective youth. Well, depending on how old you are, and then of course, I don't know if it's on your lineup. You're going to talk about Marceline next.
Yes. Well, yes. We'll get to her. We'll get E.T. Then Marceline. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. She's just heavily featured in that video that you're playing there, so it made me think of her. But yeah, I mean, but Gremlins, yeah, for sure. I'm going to be picking this up 100%. Well, because A, I get everything, but B, because it's just gonna be filled with so many great Easter eggs and hilarious setups. I mean, just the Gremlins is just too funny. It's just such a funny movie for sure.
And for those maybe kind of new to the Disney, so those that might be new to the Lego Dimensions world, you know, we're saying like story pack, fun pack, team pack, stuff like that. Dan, can you just give us a quick recap on sort of the pricing of that?
Sure. Your story packs like Fantastic Beasts is going to be $50, $49.99. Then your level packs are going to be $29.99, $30. Your team packs will be $24.99 or $25, and then your fun packs will be $11.99 or $12. And then, of course, you should never buy them full price because there's always a good sale. Which, if you visit brickstolife.com/deals, you'll be able to find all the existing sales. But don't ever buy them. Don't ever buy anything full price because there's always good sales coming around from one week to the next. But yeah, that's the pricing structure: 50, 30, 25, 12.
That was like our mid episode commercial that Dan put on his announcer voice there. That was perfect. So so let's move on to E.T. the extraterrestrial. E.T. Here's another 80s. I mean, Lego Dimensions has gone back in time with the 80s here. So we get E.T. as a fun pack. So this will be, you know, inexpensive. Again, like Tina Goldston, the fun packs are the most inexpensive way to sort of collect and spend. So let's talk about the ET fun pack.
Yeah, we're going to get the phone home, which is just hilarious. Such a great little gadget. And I'm sure there's going to be some unique interaction. There's got to be some kind of special thing that phone does because it's a pretty unique gadget. You know, very similar to how like the Ghost Trap is, or say how Niffler is, or you know, that kind of stuff. It's a unique gadget, so I'm interested to see kind of what it does and how it interacts with the world. And then it's got some really fun alternate builds. They really have they get a little creative with how that phone it changes into some new vehicles and stuff. And then of course E.T., his little minifigure is awesome, just super cool. And that little flower he's holding, it's such a great touch. And I'm sure the adventure world will be like, you know, the town and maybe the forest with like a big spaceship in it. Maybe you'll be able to visit E.T.'s homeland. They'll do like a deep cut to the Universal ride. Who knows? But yeah, this is a really cool, again, just 80s, the 70s, the 80s. Just Lego Dimensions has become like the home of your nostalgia.
Do you think, so we got the phone here, do you think if you're a young gamer, will that confuse you? Do the kids know what that is? That old retro phone with like dials and buttons and something to hold to your ear with a wire? What's that all about?
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, most like businesses still have phones like that. You know, I have one sitting right here for my office, so that still looks exactly like that. So while most kids, I'm sure most kids know what a phone is, and then, of course, you know, all the cartoons. If anyone picks up a phone these days and they're in a house and they're in a cartoon, you're still picking up one of these kind of phones. So I'm sure they'll know what it is. But that's a good point. That is kind of it is kind of an old school phone. It's not like a rotary phone though, so at least, you know, you got to give Dimensions credit in that respect.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. You know, I mean, when that movie came out, I mean, that's had to be when rotary phones were. I wonder if they sort of. I haven't seen E.T. for a while, but I'll have to see like a screenshot from like the movie and see what you know the phone looks like, if it looks like that. But we got Josh says not the different builds. The crab enemy is one of the rebuilds. I'm not sure which one they're talking about. They're talking about Sonic or something. Crab.
Yeah, the tornado. The tornado rebuilds into one of the crab enemies, which is pretty cool. One of the he's got it looks like one of the crab enemies from it. So
okay,
from the old school Sonic games.
Cool, and we get
Yeah, for sure.
Party Fox jumped in, and somebody named Sonic Punch said, "This is awesome. We got Sonic, Powerpuff, E.T., Adventure Time, yes, a lot of other things, and other Cartoon Network shows. I know a lot of people want some Steven Universe. I'm looking forward to some Teen Titans Go a little later. I guess that's 2017. But let's move on. You mentioned Adventure Time, and Dan and I are excited about Marceline. At Adventure Time, we're going to get the Toys R Us semi-exclusive fun pack. So let's talk us through some of this.
Yeah, we've got the exclusive for Wave 7 until 7.5, which will get a wide release, I believe. And Toys R Us exclusive, not $12. Toys R Us packs are about $1 more expensive, so this will be a $13 fun pack, I believe. And she's got that lunatic amp, which is a really, really cool looking build. I mean, it looks fierce. Such a really cool rad. Again, I don't know what this lunatic amp is going to do, but it is going to. It looks cool. That's all I know. It looks really, really awesome. I'm sitting here watching the feeds. That's why I'm pointing over here. But it looks really, really cool. I don't know if people can. I'm like explaining how I'm pointing, and people are like, "We can't see you. We're looking at the lunatic amp." But
it's okay. We're
awesome,
seeing some of the video anyway. The kids are watching and listening to the video, the trailer again.
But that battle axe is really, really awesome as well. She looks really cool with that cool guitar axe and then that lunatic amp. And so she's going to give you access to the Adventure Time world as well. I'm interested to see if she unlocks any other content outside of the battle arena and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm excited for Marceline for sure.
Now, Marcelina is the vampire queen. Do you think she'll have any powers that drain you of your lifeblood or anything like that in the game?
Who knows? I'm sure she's going to have the power of flight, but I haven't really looked into what her abilities are going to be, so I can't exactly answer that for you. But I'm sure she's going to have some fun abilities for sure. I mean, she's got to. She's Marceline, but I don't think it's going to be anything new or original. I think that her abilities will all be rehashed existing abilities for sure.
Xarlene in chat says, I love how they're bringing back classics such as E.T. and Gremlins. Yes, of course, we had Scooby-Doo last year and lots of other classics. It's a good time to be into retro and toys and the 80s and the 90s and even current stuff like, Adventure Time, stuff like that is current. Mr. Dad Gamer is in chat. Shout out, says, timing of this release seems odd given Black Friday deals. Any logic behind that? You might be a little late. We're sort of launched the show talking about how when this wave comes out, you might want to just wait for Black Friday deals, but then Dan is sort of saying, might not see any Black Friday deals. Do you think this is all planned, these release dates, right?
The reason why this is releasing when it's releasing is because of the Fantastic Beasts movie. So the Fantastic Beasts movie comes out on the 18th, and then the story pack will drop in and they're doing the same thing with the Lego Batman story pack later in the year in the February for the March release in 2017. They're timing it so that the story pack releases in sync with the movie release, so there's no spoilers or anything like that, because you literally do play through the movie with down to having movie clips be the audio for the gameplay. So that's why it's releasing when it's releasing. So of course you don't want to. The other thing is you don't want to. Do you want all these packs to release on Black Friday, so you have to go out on Black Friday to get them? No, you want to have the packs the week before, so that when Thanksgiving rolls around, you can just hang out at home and play some Lego and relax and enjoy it. You don't want to go out and imagine have to beat people off with sticks in order to get your Marceline fun pack or something like that. No way. I don't want that. I want to just want to be able to just roll in a week earlier and grab the packs I want and then come back later and price match it if it goes on sale.
Yeah, you don't want to get trampled by somebody with a big giant 4K TV trying to pick up your toys, your Lego Dimension toys during Black Friday. In chat, Josh says Marceline can become a bat, so maybe that's a thing. I'm not sure. Miroslav says, sorry, I'm late. Hi. Of course, this will be archived on the YouTube channel, so you can rewatch it then. BK says, I thought Marceline was coming in 7.5. Dan, you want to just reiterate the Marceline situation just to sort of make it extra clear?
Marceline is available for Wave 7, and then upon Wave 7.5, Wave 7, she is a Toys R Us exclusive, and then upon Wave 7.5's release, she'll be wide released to all the other retailers. So she will be, and then Wave 7.5 will have some exclusives with that wave, but we'll talk about that later in the year when we get closer to that release. But yeah, so Marceline will be Toys R Us only for a month, more or less. Well, not 2 months, more or less, and then she'll switch over to a wide release come Wave 7.5.
All right, Dan, before we go, one more question here. So we saw Johnny Depp as Disney Infinity in 3 different figures, Jack Sparrow. We got a lot of Johnny Depp there. Now, we're hearing that, Johnny Depp may be in some Fantastic Beasts, where to find them. What's your prediction? Are we going to see a Lego minifigure for, Fantastic Beasts, where to find them with Johnny Depp? Is that a thing? Something to look forward to?
The rumor is that he's going to be playing Grindelwald. So and Grindelwald only appears very briefly, but the following 4 movies that will follow Fantastic Beast. So I'm sure we'll possibly see Johnny Depp making an appearance in the game eventually, in some way, shape, or form. I mean, he plays so many darn characters; it's not even funny.
So yes, I'm a Johnny Depp fan. So it'd be funny to get him as a minifig. I never thought I'd see Tom Cruise minifig come out. Then we got Ethan from Mission Impossible. So let me give some quick shout outs. Ashley, BK, Josh, Prototype, Mr. Dad Gamer said yes, he was late to the party. Ethan is in chat as well. Let's see, Disney Dan is in chat. Make sure you follow him and a bunch of others. Thanks a bunch for watching our live stream talking about Lego Dimensions Wave 7. Make sure you check out Dan and his Bricks to Life website and his YouTube channel, where he's got lots of unboxing and strategy guides. And if you're a fan of the Disney Crossy Roads, he's the man to keep tabs on that. Anything else I'm missing there? Are you the man for anything else?
That's it. That's all the good stuff that's coming our way next week. I'm super excited. It's going to be another 2 stressful, anxiety-filled weeks of me trying to bang out all the guides as fast as I can for all you guys. And make sure you check back for Rob and all of his live streams. I'm sure he's going to do lots of Sonic live streaming, because I know he's going to be grabbing that pack ASAP. So between Rob and I, you're going to have lots of Lego content to watch on YouTube.
Yes. Make sure you check out Dan's stuff and check out my live streams of Sonic probably next week or the couple weeks. We gotta wait. I think it's coming out on like a Friday, right, or something. So it's not the usual Tuesday. It's kind of throwing me off a bit there. November 18th. So. All right, hey, give yourselves all a thumbs up. I usually say Portal Master rank ups. I got to figure out a good phrase for Lego Dimensions there. But thanks so much for watching. I'll put Dan's links in the description below in the archive. That's it for this episode. We'll see you guys and girls next time.
See you guys.